It's retarded. Oh.
Alright. So today we have Moses 7, lesson 15. Is that cool? Yeah. Now can someone read Moses 7, 1 to 12?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Moses 7, 1 through 12?
Yeah.
Okay. And it came to pass that Enoch continued his speech, saying, Behold, our father Adam taught these things, and many have believed and become the sons of God, and many have believed not, and have perished in their sins, and are looking forth with fear and torment for the fiery indignation of the wrath of God to be poured out upon them. And from that time forth Enoch began to prophesy, saying unto the people that as I was journeying and stood up upon the place Nahushah, and cried unto the Lord, there came a voice out of heaven, saying, Turn ye and get ye upon the Mount Simeon. How do you say that, Simeon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And it came to pass that I turned and went up on the mount. And as I stood up upon the mount, I beheld the heavens open, and I was clothed upon with glory. And I saw the Lord, and he stood before my face. And he talked with me, even as a man talketh one with another, face to face. And he said unto me, Look, and I will show unto thee the world for the space of many generations. And it came to pass that I beheld in the valley of Shum, and lo, a great people which dwelt in tents, which were the people of Shum. And again the Lord said unto me, Look, and I looked towards the north, and I beheld the people of Canaan, which dwelt in tents. And the Lord said unto me, Prophesy and prophesy.
Prophesy.
Yeah, prophesy.
And I prophesied.
And I prophesied, saying, Behold, the people of Canaan, which are numerous, shall go forth in battle array against the people of Shum, and shall slay them, that they shall utterly be destroyed. And the people of Canaan shall divide themselves in the land, and the land shall be barren and unfruitful, and none other people shall dwell there but the people of Canaan. For behold...
Yeah, that's it. No, oh wait, was it 1 through 12?
Yeah. For
You
behold...
can stop now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
I'm going to summarize what she read. It was explaining that Enoch was preaching the gospel, and he was testifying that he had talked to the Lord face to face. The Lord showed Enoch a vision of the groups of people he was called to teach. The Lord commanded Enoch to call these people to repent and get baptized, which would allow them to become the people of God. So far.
Alright, why don't you read Moses 7, 13 to 17?
I'll read it. So great was the faith of Enoch that he led the people of God, and their enemies came to battle against them. And he spake the word of the Lord, and the earth trembled, and the mountains fled, even according to his command. And the rivers of water were turned out of their course, and the roar of the lions was heard out of the wilderness. And all nations feared greatly, so powerful was the word of Enoch, and so great was the power of the language which God had given him. There also came up a land out of the depths of the sea, and so great was the fear of the enemies of the people of God, that they fled and stood afar off, and went upon the land which came up out of the depths of the sea. And the giants of the land also stood afar off, and there went forth a curse upon all the people that fought against God. And from that time forth there were wars and bloodshed among them, but the Lord came and dwelt with his people, and they dwelt in righteousness. The fear of the Lord was upon all nations. So great was the glory of the Lord, which was upon his people. And the Lord blessed the land, and they were blessed upon the mountains and upon the high places, and did flourish.
And when you read, did you guys look for ways in which the faith of Enoch and his people were similar to the soap you added to the water? We're going to do that right now. Alright.
We were supposed to use black pepper, but we only found cinnamon. So
Similar to
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Hopefully it works.
But hopefully.
Let's see if I can get it on camera.
Should eat it.
No.
Okay, so we're supposed to explain what these are. The water is, it represents the world. And then the cinnamon is all the wickedness. So,
Go on.
I don't think the chemical reaction's gonna occur.
Bubble.
Hey,
Yeah, they're not.
I don't think it's gonna work. Chop, chop.
it's gonna work.
Oh, it works!
Oh, yeah, it's gonna work. Oh,
And
maybe.
then that, the soap, that's the gospel. Oh, guys. You can pretty much say that we're blessed and over, we're done.
America. Bless America.
Oh!
Really?
Really? Are you guys really done?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. I was like, you still have like 5 minutes.
I don't have a fingerprint.
Okay.
Do you cut the camera?
I tried to get the soap on camera.
And actually, works.
It's hard.
There's
some soap on the table.
And on the floor.
Should probably work.
All right, let's try to continue with the lesson, please. So how was the soap similar to the faith of Enoch, right?
He was trying to get everybody to get baptized, just like the soap. He's trying to get the wickedness out of them.
Yep. The Lord came and dwelt with them, and everyone was afraid of them, right? That's what it said in the scripture. Definitely want to cover verse 18.
Verse 18.
So verse 18 says, And the Lord called his people Zion, because they were one of heart and one of mind, and dwelt in righteousness, and there was no poor among them. So they were kind of basic and perfect. So, so what do you think it means that there were no poor among them?
But they were all blessed with stuff because they were righteous. And poor.
Say that.
Alright,
Verse 18.
From verse 18, what do we need to do to be the Lord's people? Answer.
Dwell in righteousness.
Dwell in righteousness. That's very good.
Obey his commandments.
What was that? Ryan?
Obey his commandments.
Obey His commandments. Yeah.
Okay.
And have one heart and one mind. The green one works really well. The other green, not that one. The other green.
Oh my god.
Throw that away. Man.
We have to present my school next week.
When I was talking history, someone has something to throw away. This kid goes, Mom was like,
Oh,
So what do you guys think it means to be one of heart and one of mind?
That you may
to be
agree
one with
both.
the Lord.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So have you guys ever felt like you were one of heart and one of mind with anybody in the church? No?
Well, do you guys have similar beliefs to people in the church?
Yeah.
One thing that I think is interesting is like when if you travel and you go to church in a different place, you feel at home. Has anybody gone to a church in another place, like our church in a different place, and you feel like it's the same, right? And that's kind of what it means, that we have very similar beliefs, and even though our cultures may be different. Like I went to Brazil You know, I go to Brazil every year, and every year when I go there, even though the culture's different, it's like, it's the same gospel, so we have the same heart and mind in the Lord. There you go.
Can you read that aloud?
You guys did.
Oh, did you guys did? Oh, sorry.
No, we already did.
Is that your quote?
No, it's not.
Okay. Hey guys, will somebody read Moses 7:19? And then somebody else 20, somebody else 21?
I'll read 19.
I like 20.
Already 21.
And Enoch continued his preaching in righteousness unto the people of God. And it came to pass in his days that he built a city that was called the city of holiness, even Zion.
And it came to pass that Enoch talked with the Lord, and he said unto the Lord, Surely Zion shall dwell in safety forever. But the Lord said unto Enoch, Zion have I blessed, but the residue of the people have I cursed.
And it came to pass that the Lord showed unto Enoch all the inhabitants of the earth. And he beheld, and lo, Zion, in process of time, was taken up into heaven. And the Lord said unto Enoch, Behold, mine abode forever.
Okay, so Enoch built Zion, and then he saw the vision that the city would eventually be taken up to heaven because it was kind of like the perfect city. And so they were translated sort of from physical to spiritual bodies. So they couldn't feel pain, and they wouldn't experience death until the time of their resurrection. So it's kind of like us just being taken right now up to heaven. So that's kind of what it was like for them.
You can read it, right?
That is a really cool quote because it makes you think that the city was down there. That was very good. Okay, you guys are...
We're done. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.